We're live from eMerge Americas, and I have here with me Stephanie Carvajalino from Forbes and Biz Nation.
Thank
Welcome.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm super excited to be here.
Thank you for the invitation to talk to me. We're gonna have a little fun here. So tell me a little bit about your background. Tell our audience about your background and why did you get involved in covering tech and Latin America and Miami?
Perfect. So to be able to understand that, we will have to go like 20 years ago. I have two sisters, so Karen, Daniela, and me. We are like 1 year apart. And when we were like 6, 7, and 8, my dad was like, you guys should start a company. It was a chocolate business. So we started selling chocolates door to door in Colombia. And then we started learning about businesses from a very early age. And my mom is an educator. So we grew up in a world of education and entrepreneurship. And we were like, I think we can transform the world if we use these two, we combine them, and we teach people how to create businesses like we did. And in that process of like having the business, they invited us to speak when I was 7 to an MBA. I know. So the professor, he was my neighbor. He was like, okay, so the guest speakers are Karen, Daniela, and Stephanie.
Were you nervous?
Oh, of course. But the thing is, like, for me, it was a game. So I was like, yeah, I'm the sales executive. This is my uniform. These are my responsibilities. And everyone was like, so cute. Others were like, oh my God, this is a waste of time. But at the end, they were super excited. And we were like, perfect. If we can change someone's perspective, we can change the world. And we have been giving like speaking engagements. We have been in 25 different countries. And in that process, we saw that what was normal for us was not normal for everybody else. So we were like, we need to replicate this because there's like a skill gap too big between the people that have a different type of education and the people that they don't. So since then, we have been like super passionate about transforming the world through education and focusing a lot in education applied to the 21st century, being that, of course, tech, but not only tech, but soft skills, the entrepreneurial mindset, and just like 21st century that people can use to be successful.
Wow, what a story! That's
Thank
impressive.
you.
Very inspirational. So, what unique challenges and opportunities do you see in Latin America from all the coverage that you're doing in the tech ecosystem? And again, it doesn't have to be only tech, like you said, some other different industries that are developing soft skills or even well-being, for example, that's very needed right now. So, how has Miami emerged as a growing ecosystem within this context, and what are you seeing also in Latin America?
So I always said that tech skills are the easy part to teach. But the biggest challenge that I see in Latin America is the mindset. Like people still, they see tech as something like super far away. They see tech as something super complicated. They see tech only for a specific like demographic. So that's why we have also been super involved in changing that mindset since like a very early age. Last year we did an event in the Movistar Arena. So we took a stadium, 14,000 youth, totally free, talking about why they should start thinking about like tech opportunities, like other kind of like job opportunities or professional opportunities. So I think that's the biggest challenge, is to tell them, hey, you can learn about this, and then give them the skills. But if you give them the skills and you don't change their mindset, they're gonna be like, oh, this doesn't work. Exactly. And it actually does.
And you also want to inspire them to become entrepreneurs, right, of the future.
Yes, so I always say there's a lot of employment opportunities, like a lot, we see it. There's a lot of need for like programmers, like people that know coding. Not only, because here's another thing. People now, when they talk about tech, they're very talking or focusing on coding, programming, but there's a lot of other things in tech, like from like virtual assistants or like any other like new job opportunities that exist that is not directly coding. So I think that's very important.
No, definitely super important. That's what we also try and do through Endeavor, right? To support all the entrepreneurs in developing the skills, and also because being an entrepreneur is super difficult, right? You have so much pressure, and you have to hire the right talent. That's critical, right? And so we need to be working to generate that future talent for all these companies.
And also creating those opportunities. Like if you don't want to have an employment, like if you don't want to find a job, well, create those jobs, like create those opportunities.
I agree. So can you share some success stories from Biz Nation and discuss the role of collaboration and partnerships in driving this growth in the tech ecosystem?
So we work super hand to hand with like the corporate responsibility part of a lot of companies, and we create one of like my favorite programs on earth is Contrata un Joven. So like hired a youth, exactly. And then what we do is that we create a program, we change their mindset or do like a mindset change, and then we give them skills in like I said, programming or digital marketing or any other skills that they can use, and then we connect them to like opportunities that they can like find a job.
Fantastic.
But the good thing is like that's not what we do for like Biz Nation. Like we
Yes.
do corporate training,
Okay.
but what we do is that we use the same quality of education that big corporations are using to train their teams to give it to them for free. So not only access, but like quality of education as well.
And you partner with this big corporation.
And we partner with them to give it for free. So last year, for example, at the event that I'm saying of the 14,000 people, together with Nestle, we gave 3,000 scholarships for youth.
Wow. That's
To be
very
able
impressive.
to like get certified in like skills that they could use to generate income.
And that is so important because you're bringing already expertise that has been proven by these corporations. They train their employees every time they're hiring someone new, right? And now you're transferring this to the youth to get the skill sets for free?
For free, and it's people that
Give me
they
a
don't
high
have.
five. Yay.
Love it, and it's people that they will not only not have access to that, but they would have never thought about like even the possibility of getting educated in that.
Now we're talking about impact.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Very
Thank you
inspiring.
so much.
So I have one last question. What key trends and developments do you see shaping the future of tech ecosystems in Latin America, in Miami? We're at eMerge Americas. Endeavor supports entrepreneurs. We are seeing so many different ecosystem builders, and the community is so vibrant. There's so much happening here, and I know that the same is happening in the countries in Latin America. Endeavor is present in most of the Latin American countries, so it's just so much talent, so many entrepreneurs. It's just impressive. But what are you seeing from Forbes side?
So I always said I love eMerge. We have been coming to eMerge since 2019. In 2019, we participated at the pitch competition. We got the pitch
Oh.
competition, and that's why we decided to open like our company here in the U.S. And I always say that Miami is like the capital of Latin America, like South America, right? So the biggest opportunity that I see now, that I always tell people, is like, dude, you need to facturar in dólares.
Yeah, you need to have revenues in
Yeah,
dollars.
you need to have revenue in dollars, but operate in South America because there's a lot of talent. I always say like everyone is looking to South America because, for example, India was super known for like BPOs or for like tech companies or outsource and stuff like that. But like Colombia now is developing all these skills,
Yeah.
same town zone, people are like super friendly, like the culture is very similar. So I see a lot of opportunities of
Yeah.
South America becoming a huge like outsource per se for like the US, of talent of the US, and
Yeah.
being Miami like the entrance point, if that makes sense,
Yeah, we
to
call
the whole
it the,
US.
the gateway to
The
the United
gateway
States.
to the United
Yeah.
States, exactly.
And a lot of the entrepreneurs, once they have product market fit in their markets in Latin America and they want to enter the U.S. market, Miami's like the
Their way to
strategic
start.
gateway to come into the U.S. market. But we always remind them that this is a different market. Do your due diligence. Understand how you're going to get those clients, right? So
Exactly.
it's a lot of work.
I know, and be ready to do it as well, because like you say, it's super different how you work with someone here, culture-wise and
Yes.
context-wise,
Yes.
than Colombia, for example.
I agree.
So it's also getting training to that. If you're going to start a business, like a company, being an entrepreneur, knowing that in addition to the hard part of being an entrepreneur is the hard part of being an entrepreneur in another country.
That's so true. Well, great advice. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I hope our audience enjoyed our conversation, and stay tuned for more amazing things that you're doing. So
Thank you. Thank you
I
so
invite
much.
everyone to continue following you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity and being